Hey universe, it's been a few days, and I thought I needed to check in, I think mostly for my own sanity. Um, Everything is good. I'm like deep in thought. So the last few days we have been going through like search strategies and how to create strings within a search engine, within databases. Those of you who have Googled, this is actually like we do this every day when we're searching for something, but this was like the transformer version where you like, it's like Google souped up. It's the alpha Google. Um, Anyways, so that part felt like mentally okay. Um, there have been like a couple of like crazy mix-ups and things that, not mix-ups in the sense of like mishaps, but like they've been like tossed in the salad at my university, and I think that has just totally thrown me for a loop. And I've just been like, not necessarily am I on the right path with Hopkins, but I'm like, am I doing what I want to be doing, or anything like that? Um, so just a lot of deep thought, and my problem of practice. So if you were thinking about a doctoral program in education, if you're specifically thinking about a doctoral program at Hopkins in education, they are going to like wring that problem of practice out of you just within the first few weeks. And classes haven't even started yet. Oh my land. Okay, so I don't want to drone on and on forever. But anyway, so they're ringing right now. This is where's like I need like something to like signify me. Oh, here's my child's washcloth. Like this is me. This is Hopkins. Just wringing it out of me. So I've gone through like so many different iterations. I'm reading this book called Unequal Childhoods. I'm gonna grab it real fast. Okay, I'm back. Unequal Childhoods. It is by Annette Lareau. It is very good. You should read it just because it will like open your mind. Anyways, I think I've talked about this before, and it's a book that has inspired me to maybe take more of an observatory role within my research if I'm allowed to do that. I'm more and more just kind of excited about this idea of ethnography. We'll say it right eventually. Um, I'm also interested in this idea of exploitation of university faculty that are non-tenured. So not pre-tenured faculty, though my heart is with you, because I know that is a road. Mm. And my tenured brothers and sisters, I know you got your own things going on, but I'm specifically interested in what I've been finding in the research about the experiences of instructors. And I saw this like back when I was doing my undergrad. I heard these things like in the background and saw them in my periphery of more and more instructors being brought in. I saw it in my master's program, where my master's program, um, the university that I went to, they had a satellite program near me, but instead of bringing in like faculty, they would bring in these adjunct instructors, and they would call them adjunct professors, but they were really just instructors that they would bring in. And anyway, so I'm really interested of this, looking at like the infrastructure being placed, like the weight of it being placed on top of these instructors. My university just recently um, like ratified a union, our faculty union. So there's a lot of like hubbub going on around our rights and things like that. It was a year-long process, maybe over a year, maybe a year and a half, 18-month process of getting our contracts ratified, and getting our union bylaws and everything like agreed upon. So it's been, like I said, tossed salad at my organization right now. So all of this is to just, right, I'm talking through this piece of like, what am I experiencing? What's going on? And I'm just really, something that I'm seeing is a class system in a more dramatic way. I think I've said this before too, is has anyone likened the university system to like a caste system? Like I said, that's very dramatic, and I want to recognize that. That comes with a lot of emotion. I think I sound very calm and very like, I'm experiencing these things and I feel stressed. But on the inside, like, and when I'm not on camera, I'm like punching pillows and screaming and being really frustrated because sometimes it feels to me like a caste system. Like instructors, stay where you are. As, Robert Kiyosaki might say, like, keep them poor. Like, he didn't say that we should be that, but he's saying, the wealthy, the elite are like, no, we like people to stay poor. And as horrible as that sounds, like, that sounds super inflammatory to me. Like, if my superiors were to like, they might see this video, it's published, it's gonna be, in front of people. That's my question. That's what I want to know. I want administrators to talk to me. I want to know, like, what are their perceptions of people who work as instructors? And not just like, oh, they're nice people, but like, what are their bias? Like, you know, I've heard people who are in administration like say like they've been in the trenches, and that's so hard to hear. That's really hard to hear, or like that they are in the trenches. Like that's really hard to hear when somebody is making like $400,000 a year, and the rest of us are making not even a fraction of that. It's like, ooh, man, that's so hard to hear, and I want to know. I want to know how administration balances that. Like, how do you find peace? What are you doing to help lift those who are way below you monetarily? Um, and what can be done? Like, how can we help instructors? How can we help them to grow professionally? I haven't yet figured out, as part of this problem of practice, like I'm supposed to be figuring out. Eventually, I'm going to figure out an intervention that I can do. And I've gone on and on for almost 7 minutes now. And so, like I said, this is mostly for me to kind of like talk it out and figure it out. So thank you for being here if you've decided to join me on this part of the journey. But this is the work. And if you're out there, if you are doing research in university systems, like the organization of universities and morale and experience, something that I read here, these are some really good keywords that I just read in this article um, by somebody who I hope to meet. Her name is Dr. Nancy. Dr. Nancy Shortopt. Dr. Nancy, if I said that wrong, also I apologize for my naivete and kind of my rough edges. But if you're watching, or if you ever watch this, I hope that we can meet each other. Anyway, so some keywords in here like academic rank, employee attitudes, governance, individual power, job satisfaction. I'm really interested in that, but I'm also, there's this keyword that came through my research was exploitation. And I don't think it's always seen that way, and I want to try to like take the heat out of what I'm feeling, because I feel that heat, I feel that fire of like, yeah, sometimes this does feel like exploitation, but there's a lot of gratitude in that as well. I have a job, and and it is a struggle to make ends meet, and I am trying to figure out how do I take my next step professionally. That's why I'm in this program. But there feels like there's some injustice there. So I'm trying to figure that out. I'm trying to rumble with that and wrestle it out. So obviously, to be continued, to be where we're at. But thank heavens I got through those research. I got through those research modules. It was some tough stuff, but I did it. I'm still super excited. Like even here at the end of the day, it's 11:30 my time. I'm tired. My brain is tired. My heart is tired. Oh, if I talk about it anymore, I'll start crying. And also, just as a note, like if you're going on this journey with me in an authentic way, this is a spiritual journey for me too. I'm somebody who believes in God. I believe in a higher power. I believe in heavenly parents who love me. And if you don't believe that, I hope that we can still be here together. Like, if you're like on your own journey and you're like, Slade, whoa, like don't break that up. Like it's just part of my journey, and that's why I'm here. And I think I need to be authentically me in this space. So there's that. It's Wednesday night, 11:30, and I've talked for 10 minutes, which I didn't think I was going to do. And this is the rumble. So grateful to be here, grateful that you're here.
we'll do it again. So peace out, rainbow trout. Until next time. Next vlog posts will be about kind of the reading and what I'm learning and how I'm growing, and if I can get this silly pop like narrow down. Okay.